be ready to talk. I wonder what he likes to be called.
My dear Mr. Claus, no one will only call me your Mr. Pumpkins.
Oh, Santa, I wasn't talking about you.
You weren't?
Of course not.
Oh, who then?
Oh, you know very well who. Everybody's been talking about this for weeks.
Let's see.
The most famous person here at the North Pole?
Oh, definitely not me then.
Of course not. You're only famous in December. I'm talking year-round.
Well?
Mr. Jack Frost!
Oh, yes. Now I remember.
Of course you remember Mr. Frost is coming here. He's the president of the North Pole Network. And he's coming here to find his next star for his big television show.
Part of good old Jack's now the head honcho for the NPN.
You're looking to be on a first name basis, everybody. I don't know what to call him.
My dear, I never told you this before, but I went to school with Jack. We snuck a snowball in the teacher's sleigh, and we got sent to the principal's office the rest of the day.
I thought you were the perfect student and never got in trouble.
He made me do it.
Well, never mind that. Does my hair look alright?
Looks like it always does.
Well, what does that mean?
Oh, beautiful, of course.
Good. I know Mr. Jack Frost is here any second. And he's trying, and everybody wants to be their own star of their own television show.
Everyone?
Yes, everyone. The elves, the reindeer. I think there's even a group of snowmen who's going to sign up. Oh, my icicles! He's here! Mr. Jack Frost is here!
Now calm down, my dear.
Oh, I feel faint.
It's just Jack. He puts us a long winter around, one week at a time, just like the rest of us.
Nicholas, good to see you.
Jack, my old friend.
Nick, I want you to meet my cameraman, Bud. He's the best in the business.
Bud?
Santa?
And this is?
Why, Mrs. Claus, of course. I'd know you anywhere. I've heard so much about you. Now, I understand you're on my list. You'd like to host a, let's see, holiday home decorating show?
Jack, I know you're conducting a lot of interviews today. What else do you need from me?
You've been a big help already, my friend. I appreciate you letting me borrow your office for the afternoon.
Of course, anything for the big T's of NPN.
And how about you and me get to that a little later, Nick? We can catch up.
Sounds good. Good luck, my dear.
Now, Mrs. Claus, I have a few questions for you. As you know, I'm looking for my next North Pole star.
Mr. Frost,
Now, none of this Mr. Frost business. Please, call me Jack.
Jack.
That's better. Are we rolling, bud?
Rolling.
So, Mrs. Claus, I understand that you are passionate about holiday home decorating. Tell us, what inspires you this time of year? It's all right, Mrs. Claus. Just pretend like the camera isn't even there. Now, tell us, what creative touches do you like to add to your home at Christmas time?
Red.
Red, wonderful. Tell us more. What else?
Green.
And green. Lovely. Isn't that lovely, bud?
Lovely.
With those cheerful colors in mind, what decorative touches do you like to add to your home this time of year? Again, Mrs. Claus, just a reminder to ignore the camera as much as possible. So, tell us everything. For example, what decorations are on your tree this year?
Pencils.
Delightful.
Delightful.
Is that all, Mrs. Claus?
Yes.
Nothing else you can think of? All right, then. I think that wraps things up, don't you, Bud?
Yep.
It was a true pleasure, Mrs. Claus.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine, Jack. I have so many wonderful ideas to share, like how many things want to do with pine cones and pottery.
And
and candles at
thank
such a
you,
welcome.
Mrs. Claus. I'll let you know about the holiday home decorating show. And would you mind sending in Jewel and Pearl on your way out?
Of course, and it was such a pleasure meeting you two. Thank you for the
afternoon, ladies. I'm Jack Frost.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Frost. I'm Jewel, and this is my assistant, Pearl.
And this is Bud.
Hello, Bud.
So, ladies, I'm looking for my next star, or 3, or 2, of the North Pole Network.
Oh, we know, Mr. Frost. So, Pearl and I have been working all morning on some great ideas.
Excellent. I understand you would like to host a show that features the latest in elf fashion.
Obviously, Pearl and I are huge fans of Project Runway. You know that series where the fashion designers compete? Well, we are ready to blow the sequin socks off that show.
Well, that's encouraging. NPN is always looking to outshine other networks.
Are you ready to see some of our designs?
Are you ready, Bud?
Rolling. Our first design demonstrates how the right accessory makes all the difference when it comes to elf fashion. Elf model number 1! Our fashion motto is more is more.
I can see that.
Well, Mr. Frost, we call this design accessories are an elf's best friend. Love it. Now, shall we move on, Mr. Frost?
Sure.
Well, for our next design, Pearl and I decided to put together our favorite accessory. I mean, it's amazing, I must tell you. Elf model number 2! We were going for something light and magical here, Mr. Frost. We call it Elf in Flight. Doesn't it just look like they could float away in the breeze at any minute?
I would say so.
All right. Well, I'd say we can move on now, Pearl. Pearl? Pearl! It is time to move on.
Of course. Sorry, Jewel.
Now, Mr. Frost, for our third design, Pearl and I wanted to embrace a more casual look. We feel that every elf at the North Pole should be able to dress casually and look good at the same time. Elf model number 3!
Is that a boogie board?
Yes, it is. We call this look Surf It Up at the North Pole, dude.
I think this outfit would look positively dreamy on you, Bud.
Moving on. Now, Mr. Frost, you must know the old saying, what goes around comes around.
Of course.
Well, that statement holds very true in the fashion world. Pearl and I are confident our next will come back around any time now and be more popular than ever. Elf model number 4! We call this look Give Peace on Earth a Chance.
Groovy, isn't it, Bud?
Groovy. All right. Now, are you ready for our last design, Mr. Frost?
It's our most dramatic look of all.
Really?
Yes. Pearl and I spent almost half an hour trying to put this together. I mean, it's amazing. Now, we were really trying to go for an outfit that we wanted to make casual, but we wanted to make it to where you could wear it during the workday and then wear it off of the workday successfully. I mean, come on, people. How hard is it to do that?
It's such a fashion problem.
I mean, we did come up with the perfect fashion solution. Elf model number 5! We call this look Back to Black. Good for weddings, anniversaries, funerals, a welcome to Snowstorm, a day the officer, night of the town.
It's perfect for any occasion. Don't you think, Bud?
Perfect. Now, all right. So, Mr. Frost, what did you think?
Well, ladies, think about it and give you a call.
All right, we cannot wait to hear from you. Right, Pearl? It is time to go, Pearl!
Well, bud, next up is a group of 3 elves from Santa's kitchen. Look like they're sisters. Where's your other sister?
She takes forever.
Okay then. Oh, there she is. Good afternoon, ladies. I'm Jack Frost.
Good afternoon, Mr. Frost. My sisters and I are pleased to meet you. I'm Sugar and I'm the oldest sister. I'm Connie.
And I'm Baby Kate, the baby sister, but I'm not a baby. Let's get the train right now.
Baby Cake, shush.
And you're not the boss of me.
Well, now I'm looking for my next star, or 3 of the North Pole Network. Where are you going? What are you? And you ladies would like to host your own holiday cooking show?
Baking, Mr. Frost. We'd like to host our own holiday baking show. Our mother always said there are cooks and there are bakers. Don't trust a cook.
I thought you said you don't trust their books.
Now, Baby Cakes, why in heavens would you say that? You know that every good baker depends on the exact measurements and recipes. That's not true. Actually, a lot of things all depend. And I remind you of the sugar cookies you made the other day that were as hard as hockey pucks.
Hey, I didn't get to hide your sugar cookies.
Stop being so mature, Baby Cakes. Both of you. I don't think I'm going to you and I'm just meditate.
So, ladies, what are you going to make for us today?
We want to show the television audience how to make our famous gingerbread cookies.
Excellent. Feel free to use the desk over there as your kitchen counter, and we're ready when you are. I love gingerbread, don't you, bud?
Love it.
Happy holidays, everyone! My name's Sugar, and today we're going to show you how to make. Are you going to introduce us?
And why are you talking first?
I'm talking first because I'm the oldest.
Feel free to begin again.
Happy holidays, everyone! This is my sister, and this is my other sister.
Hey, what are you telling them our name? Or are we too immature to be mentioned?
Honestly, if you two keep interrupting me, how are we going to get on with the recipe? Fine.
Whatever.
To make our famous gingerbread cookies, first you start by creaming the butter with the sugar.
I think you clean the butter first, then add the sugar.
Then you add 2 eggs.
One at a time.
Both at once.
One at a time.
Both at once!
Oh, who cares?
Next, you add a teaspoon of vanilla extract.
Or ginger extract.
Baby Cakes, there's no such thing as ginger extract, and you know it.
We'll picture of you making gingerbread cookies.
I just know both of you were adopted. You couldn't possibly be my real sister. If you were, you would know the recipe by heart.
But you say every good baker depends on the exact measurement. Yeah, where's the recipe card?
It's right here. Well, it was here. What did you do with it?
I moved it on your old feet. And why did you need? Don't you know the recipe by heart?
Next, you carefully add 2 cups of flour to your mixture.
Actually, it's 2 3/4.
Oh, pardon me. 2 1/2. 2 3/4.
Ladies, calm down. It's true I'm looking for an interesting television show, but we're not trying to compete with the Kardashians here. Now, stop this, you 3. You're family, and you shouldn't be fighting like this. You're sisters, and you love one another, don't you?
Nope.
Don't you?
Yes!
All right. That's better. I want the 3 of you to get cleaned up, collect your things, and have a nice cup of warm hot chocolate together.
All right, Mr. Frost.
Sorry, Mr. Frost.
That's quite all right. I could consider them for a reality show. How about the real elves of the North Pole Kitchen? Fun. Yeah. Have you ever heard of that show, Dancing with the Stars?
No.
Well, it's a television show where dancers compete on the floor and they pair professional dancers with famous stars.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, you'll never guess who wants to host a similar show. Jack Frost, and I'm looking for...
Some famous reindeer stars, of course. Well, here we are, Mr. Frost. I'm Dasher.
Dancer, Vixen,
Cupid. I'm sure you've heard of us, of course.
Your names are very familiar, but where are Donner and Blitzen, may I ask?
Donner's are out of knees, and Blitzen has a mild concussion. They were practicing the tango and got a little crazy on the turn.
this happens every year.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Anyways, what style of dance is your favorite?
I love the cha-cha.
The mambo, the jive, the salsa,
The swing.
Really? Are you ready, bud?
Rolling.
May we see a short demonstration of your dancing talent?
Does a reindeer tap into the woods? Of course. See there, Mr. Frost? Everyone will want to watch Dancing with the Reindeer Stars.
Well, I appreciate your confidence.
How much do we get per episode? Do you guys offer health insurance benefits? Do we get to pick our own costume?
What about sick days?
When should I call my lawyer and have him look up the contract?
I'm not sure I can answer all of your questions now. Tell me, who will be your partners on the dance floor?
Anyone who wants to dance with the Reindeer Star and doesn't mind the occasional stab of an antler, of course.
Of course! But wouldn't you be more interested in hosting some sort of documentary instead? Like a show that features the daily life of reindeer at the North Pole.
Like what you see on the Animal Planet channel?
Boring! Well then, give me some time to think about it and I'll let you know. Well, bud, next up are 3 L's from the gift wrapping department. Ribbon, twine, and string. Clever names, don't you think? Clever. If they're good, and I suspect they are given their experience, then Martha Stewart might have some real competition. Right, bud? Right. I was never very good at gift wrapping. All that creasing and folding and taping. I always thought my mother was doing it for me every year. Are you any good at gift wrapping, bud? No. You know, bud, it's nice we're getting a chance to talk like this. I feel like I'm really getting to know you.
Hello there, you must be Mr. Frost. I'm Ribbon.
Hello, Ribbon.
I'm the mentor at the North Pole Gift Wrapping Department, and these are my students, Twine and String.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm sure you're interested in hosting your own television show. Were you going to do a demonstration for us today?
Yes, we would like to have a show completely devoted to gift wrapping.
I have to say, I had no idea there'd be so much to say about gift wrapping.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me at all. Most people have no idea what it takes to achieve a perfectly wrapped gift. We could fill hours of television programming for the North Pole Network.
Well, let's see a short demonstration then. Ready, bud?
Rolling. Before we consider wrapping a gift, we must first consider the size and shape of the box. This, for example, is a what?
Rectangular prism.
Good job. And how many corners does a rectangular prism have? String?
8.
Good job, you two.
That's a great introduction. You can skip ahead to the gift wrapping now, if you like.
Oh, no, Mr. Frost. We're not anywhere near that point yet. From here, we could talk about wrapping paper. There are literally thousands of options. One, can you name just a few?
Paper, tissue, foil.
And the possible text options?
Shiny, pretty, metal.
Good job, you two. I'm really proud of you.
Please, go on.
Well, from here we could talk about creasing, which I think takes a great deal of practice.
Is that so?
Yes. Before you consider wrapping a gift, any gift, you have to practice creasing many, many times over. So my student here, one, is going to practice creasing this. Do you struggle with those? Just cut it. Now you're going to practice creasing it gently down the middle. Good job. Now Twine is going to run his fingernail gently down the crease a second time, just a teensy bit more pressure.
Notice the care he's taking here, Mr. Frost.
I see that.
Now he's going to run his fingernail over the crease a third time with real confidence to make sure it is perfect. Good job.
And that was just for practice.
Yes, Miss Frost, we're not anywhere near wrapping the gift part yet. We can talk about adhesive options.
Adhesive options?
Mr. Frost, I could easily spend an hour or two on double-sided spaghetti.
I'm sure you
Shall
could.
we continue?
I don't think that will be necessary. I think I have a really good sense of how well this television show will do. Right, bud?
Yeah. So that's the end.
I'm afraid so. There was just so much information, you see. I just need time to absorb it all. I'm sure you understand. Well, bud, that's the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to interview a few snowmen, but they called and canceled at the last minute. Said they were suffering from some sort of meltdown.
Huh. Jack, how did everything go?
It was a long afternoon, I'm afraid.
Tough decision, huh?
You can say that again.
I'm gonna go outside eggnog for all time's sake.
Make it a double.
Bud? Thanks.
Cheers. Cheers. So, Nick, how have you been? Last time I saw you, we were graduating from the North Pole Academy together.
And we've both made a name for ourselves since then, haven't we?
Yeah. Who would have thought that the two kids that spent more time in detention than I would have done this well?
Now, don't tell Mrs. Claus about that. She thinks I was the perfect student.
So she has no idea about the stink bomb you snuck in school sleigh?
Definitely not.
Yikes. Now really, Santa, how have you been?
Oh, the usual, managing the workshop, working with the reindeer, yada yada. I tell you, every Christmas Eve, seems like something new happens.
Like what?
Well, last year Rudolph Smells went out over this crazy building called Cuba Middle School in Missouri, and we were lost. Talk about being lost. That was a real nail biter. Plus dangerous thing behind schedule.
Go on.
Then the year before that, I got stuck in the chimney and it took the reindeer 45 minutes to get me out. I mean, really stuffed. That one had us shaking.
Really?
And then the year before that, we stopped for a quick bite, and Prancer got stuck in the McDonald's play slot. He still gets nervous around tight spaces.
That's hilarious.
Then the year before that, we crashed in the jungle. We had to and the natives had to help us fix the sleigh with bark and mud.
Unbelievable.
Oh, I could go on and on, Jack. Blizzards, mix-ups, running with the tooth fairy. I tell you, the job's never boring.
Sounds like great entertainment to me.
You can say that again.
So, Nick, I think I found my next North Pole star.
Oh, who's it gonna be?
You.
Me?
You! I don't know why I didn't think of it before. You're perfect. Am I right, bud?
Perfect.
You're famous, you've got an extremely interesting job, and I think you'd be a natural on camera.
Well, I don't know.
I want you to really consider this, Nick. What do you think, bud?
To be a star does not take the faint of heart. It takes courage and humility. If you have something that enriches and entertains an audience, may be the most important work you ever do.
Wow, bud. That was deep.
Part of the job.
Well, I'll do it. You and me working together would be great. I just hope all the others aren't too disappointed about their not getting their own show. What's all this? Have all you guys been eavesdropping?
Of course. And Santa here, we're all thrilled.
So you're not upset about not getting your own show?
Of course not. You've always been the real star around here, and we're okay with things staying that way because we love you!
Well, that's definitely the Christmas spirit.
So, Mr. Plumpkins, detention, snowballs in the teacher's desk, and steam bombs in the school sleigh.
I'd tell you more about that, but we really should get going.
Santa,
I think we'll call it Santa's Funniest Home Bloopers.
we need to talk.
And here's how we'll end every episode. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas to all and to all a good night.
Thank you, everybody, for coming, and we hope you enjoy to be the next North Pole